Hey YouTubers, Dave Funk. I was just having an interesting conversation here with some people, and we were talking about the Fukushima reactor, how this thing has just gone off again, and now we got some major pollution that has it's really causing a major threat to our west coast. And you know, it's not going to get any better. And I think what people need to understand is you can't clean up radioactivity. You can't do it. You have to go through it. And of course, this would have been a different type situation had it been on landfall, but because now that it is on the waterways and it's just getting worse, there's some things that we really need to think about. Number one thing I want you to think about is this. Mankind cannot handle, and never has been able to handle, nuclear power or atomic power. He can't handle it. It is a weapon that basically the only way it could be wielded properly, and if I use that word lightly, is it's fallen angel technology. It was never meant for mankind to use. And my understanding through, I used to watch a guy named Jack Van Impe in Bible Prophecy. He talks about the Earth's crust. Historically, there's places where the Earth's crust shows and mimics what we, and like in ancient history, it shows what would mimic what would look like a nuclear detonation, and it's just what it does to the soil and the ground. Not that that's really relevant, but it's like we are not able to be responsible, anybody for nuclear power. We're not responsible, and we can't be. We were never meant to have it. It is fallen angel technology. And of course there's a lot of other stuff like that we were not meant to have. God actually, if you want to look in the early, like in the book of Enoch, okay, and I know you might say, oh, it's not in the Bible. Well, it's in the Dead Sea Scrolls, and it's also like the third most popular scroll. So, that in mind, God forbid the angels that fell to teach certain things to humans, but they did it, okay? And thus, God had to flood the world. There was DNA manipulation. So there's a lot of factors here to think about. And our focus is this. The return of Yeshua, Jesus Christ, is very soon and at the door. Guys, let's put our not be stupid pill hats on and think about this and be logically, guys, are we going to be able to recover from this spill that's in the ocean that's going to devastate it? No, we're not going to be able to recover from that. Definitely not in our lifetime. I mean, look at what Chernobyl is still a terrible situation. The radioactivity there is still bad, and that was kind of like on an isolated land thing. This is going to devastate life on this planet as we know it. And the only salvation on that is whatever the Lord has in mind. He is the only one that can fix this. And if you read Bible prophecy, it talks about that the earth being judged by fire in the very final parts. Guys, what we're about to see and what is about to transpire, most of you have no idea. Because you want to live within the confines of your I don't feel safe getting out of the box zone. Let me tell you something. Just because a person's inside the box, if there's fire on the outside of the box is going to burn. You're going to burn. You need to get out of the box and hold hands with the man who walked across the water. You need to come to Jesus Christ. Guys, this is, I sit here and I'm like, man, sometimes I just want to scream because I think of the satisfaction that so many people have of maintaining a dumbed down status. And it's like you're like a bunch of frogs that they slowly, put in a pan and boiled them, or lobsters, whatever. It's like you're desensitized beyond reason. And if you just listen, and I understand this stuff is spiritually discerning. God doesn't just throw this stuff out for the average Joe, because the average Joe is a simpleton. And God says, you know what? Obtain knowledge and wisdom. Get it, though it costs you everything. Get wisdom, because wisdom to me says, you know what? Right now, the only hand I got to hold on to that's anywhere safe, it's not in my president. It's not in any world leader. It's not even with a group of people, because they will fail you. It is with a relationship of knowing Jesus Christ, and knowing the promises that He has given to all those people who have accepted Him. Man, He died and rose from the dead. Okay. Anyway, that's just some really interesting stuff to think about. Almost didn't really know where I was going with that conversation, but I'll tell you what. I know where I'm going. And I hope you know where you're going. Should this night cease to exist for you, should you be on the road and all of a sudden, boom, you're hit by a car, you fall out of the air, plane crash, heart attack, just something foolish, you choke on a chicken bone, you're dead, you're done. There are no restarts, there are no do-overs, there isn't any of this stuff. There's one life to live, and then comes judgment. And let's face it, we're all evil. We're all evil. You do one evil thing, man, it's against God's thing, Come to Jesus Christ. Accept Him as your Lord and Savior. Know the day and the hour in which you live in. I pray you make a wise choice. God bless you.